Welcome back to Sunday Agenda. I'm Lydia Serrani. When the left-wing media gives you lemons, we pour you a nice cold glass of media madness. Let's bring in our expert panel here, political activist Whitley Yates. Also with us, the founder of Life Flip Media and Republican strategist Eric Mitchell. Trump derangement syndrome, it was on full display. We saw it on Friday, Thursday night. Let's start off with the morning hosts at CNN, who must have been partying hard on Friday after, of course, the verdict came in. Here they are trying to compare apples to oranges in, of course, their usual spectacular fashion.
Just from a political standpoint, the pearl clutching amongst Republicans about the idea that he would go to jail from the people who were cheering Donald Trump's lock her up chant in 2016 is a little rich, I would say. It's a little rich.
Whitley, what do you think about that? I see Eric shaking his head. I'll get your response too.
You know, I'm not surprised that they're reveling in this because they really feel like it's a win. And anytime the government is prosecuting people based upon their identity and political party, we know that we've really lost. I think that everyone is forgetting the main facts, which is that the prosecution seems to be driven by political consideration rather than actual concrete evidence of criminal activity. And so the media that is lauding in this when they should be lambasting this approach by the justice system is really just unscrupulous.
You know, Eric, what did you make of the cheering? I swear, I keep saying, even if this was Joe Biden, same charges, same scenario, obviously I'm not a fan of his, I'd be outraged. Seriously. You have to take politics out of this.
You absolutely have to, but they just purposely have left out the facts. The judge is on the take. The DA works for Soros. I mean, how can you donate to any political party from the bench when it's against the law and look the other way? And it's not political. This is the American justice system is broken. Americans, period. Doesn't matter what party you are, should be ashamed of what took place in that courtroom. It's just pitiful. It makes our country looking further embarrassed besides who's president.
You know, over on News Nation, Dan Abrams, he seemed to need a lesson in what constitutes illegal, difference between illegal and just because something might be wrong doesn't make it illegal or something distasteful. And he got into it with Megyn Kelly, who is a legal expert herself. So this was quite interesting. Let's take a look.
Which is that there's wrongdoing here, right? There was definitely wrongdoing. Whether it should have been a crime is a separate. What's the wrongdoing? What's the wrongdoing? All right, number one, it's paying $130,000 to a porn star to keep her quiet. That's to try to protect your campaign. Can we at least agree that's wrong?
That's not illegal. It's not
I didn't
illegal.
say it was. No. I just said moral versus
How is it
legal.
wrong? Are we talking moral?
I made it clear. I'm making it clear. For a minute, I'm talking about morality versus legality, right?
What does morality have anything to do with trying to put a former president behind bars? And it was Cohen, by the way, that paid her off. Whitley, what do you think about that?
I think he's mildly confused that you don't try morality in a court of law. And that's the problem that we have here. It doesn't matter how morally bankrupt you may have thought paying off your lawyer for any fees that he's charged you is. The truth is that you shouldn't be taken to court for this, and you definitely shouldn't be tried on 34 felony counts. And so if he wants to be the morality police, he's well within his right to do that. But you don't take the morality police into the legalities of the courtroom. And that's the problem that we have here.
You know, a lot of people are waking up, even Democrats, even celebrities. They're like, what is going on with President Trump? How could they do this to him? The world was a lot better and safer under him. So let's take a listen to actor Dennis Quaid as he explains to Piers Morgan why he's supporting Trump for president. Let's take a listen.
You know, people might call him an asshole, but he's my asshole.
Right. No, I get
that. Because he's I'll tell you one true thing about him is that I really feel that he is working for the American people. That's what he's all about. And I do believe that to be true and sincere.
Eric, what do you think about that? Is Dennis's days in Hollywood now numbered?
Oh, I'm sure it is. But, I mean, what he said was right on. It's good to hear somebody else besides us average Joe sit here and say he's a hard worker. I mean, when did Joe Biden call Lid yesterday? Like 9:30 in the morning. Last week he was done. He got up at 10 and was done like at 4. I mean, that's not what a president does. He's supposed to work. And we saw that with Trump. People don't like it because he actually works. He doesn't shuffle off and smirk and need his handlers. our president could actually speak in full sentences. I know his wife was on The View and said that it was the other guy, but we know she was wrong. But I mean, it's embarrassing when you see this. You know, it's good to see an actor come out and defend the president. I hope we see more of that.
Yeah, and they want us to believe that it just happens to be a coincidence, that this alleged incident with Stormy Daniels, it happened, you know, the payoff happened, 2017, actually after the election. That's when she technically got the money. The alleged tryst happened, 2008, and now he's leading in the polls. You know, President Trump is leading in the polls, so what better way but to put him behind bars? And of course, CNN, other left-wing media outlets, they're panicking. You know, Cassie Hunt, she can't help but agree, though, with the Politico headline that Joe Biden is causing some, shall we say, concern for the Democrats. Let's take a look at this.
Biden's stubbornly poor polling and the stakes of the election are creating the freakout. This isn't, oh God, Mitt Romney might become president. It's, oh my God, democracy might end. And I have to say that I feel that from sources that they are freaking out about the state of the campaign. Is this just another cycle of that? Or?
I mean, Democrats in full-blown freak out over fill in the blank every day of the week, every week of the year, always. But yes, the stakes of this election are high.
So Whitley, confirmation there. Democrats are freaking out, and she just admitted it. What do you think?
I mean, I think the freak out is fear mongering. The truth of the matter is Biden hasn't delivered for the American people at all. His policies have been detrimental to this country. His spending is completely out of control. We have absolutely no safety on our borders. And the truth of the matter is they weren't freaking out when he was purporting these negative policies on America. But now that he may lose his position in power, they are freaking out, which they should be, because now post this trial, Trump is up in the polls another 6 points and has garnered over 30 million new donations in 24 hours. So everything that they plan to use against him has actually worked in his benefit at this point.
And Eric, we got to get to this next one. At MSDNC, the bias against President Trump can only be represented by some serious love for those, of course, trying to put him behind bars for life, like Judge Juan Merchan. Possibly we'll find out July 11th. Let's take a listen to their legal analyst, who happens to be former Mueller prosecutor Andrew Weissman. Maybe he and Juan Merchan need to get a room. Let's take a look.
With respect to Judge Merchan, I mean, I am like now, you know, I have like a man crush on him. He is such a great judge that it's hard to see that the jurors wouldn't have the same impression. I mean, you just keep on thinking, if you looked in a dictionary for like judicial temperament, that's what you get.
Oh my God. Eric, I can't.
I mean, Pride Month just started, so I guess we could go with that. I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird to see you have a man crush on a judge. It's a judge, and how has he done good? I mean, we've all heard legal experts say the things coming out of his courtroom, even his jury instructions, there was no way to win. I mean, like President Trump said, you know, Mother Teresa would have been found guilty. So that was just strange when I heard that. But that's the same network had the countdown and had the legal correspondent grinning as she's reading 1 guilty, 2 guilty. It was creepy. Those folks over there are they're weird. Man crushes on judges. Just
unbelievable.
Weird.
So weird. All right, Eric Mitchell, Whitley Yates, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.